Are you wanting to sell your home but not sure how to find a replacement property in this crazy market? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to creatively sell your home and purchase a new one without becoming homeless. So if you're a homeowner right now, chances are you know how crazy this real estate market is, and it's nothing new. We've been experiencing it for quite a few years, but it's definitely gotten a lot worse in probably the last 6 to 12 months. Now, if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your house, most of the conversations I have with sellers right now is, hey, I want to sell my home, but I don't know where I'm going to go next. What am I going to purchase? Homes are flying off the shelf in record time right now, and the most difficult thing for you as a homeowner, if you're looking to sell, is selling your home and finding the next one without it going off the market and then not having anywhere to move. Most realtors are going to tell you that you can get record prices in the shortest amount of time and be able to sell your home, but obviously you want to know what's going to happen next. All of these tips I have for you guys, you need to make sure that if you're currently working with an agent, you need to get their professional opinion. These are things that work in our market, but not always in the market you may be watching this from. And I also don't want to step on any toes if you're working with your professional and they have different strategies on how to get you the best deal for your current house and find you the next one. But tip number 1 that I have for you is you can request to do a delayed possession in your listing. So when you list the property in the MLS, in the private remarks that all the other agents see, you can request that you either have a delayed possession to have free rent back for a certain period of time, or you can do a rental rent back agreement, which in our market is called a delayed possession agreement. Essentially what it is it's just a rental agreement between the current sellers, you, the homeowner, and the new buyers that are purchasing your property. A lot of times this can buy you enough time to be able to sell your home, rent your house back for a certain period of time, however long you would need, and during that period of time, you would purchase your next place. Tip number 2, or suggestion number 2 that I have for you, is you can make the sale of your home contingent on you finding a satisfactory replacement home. What I mean by this is, instead of doing a delayed possession and rent back, you have in the listing that the home sale is contingent on you finding that replacement property. If you don't find the replacement property, the home doesn't sell. Also what it does is it will, instead of you having to rent the house back or deal with anything that might be an issue with the current buyer's bank, you just delay the closing of the property. And you can do this one of two ways. So you can agree within your purchase and sale agreement for a certain time the property should close, if it'll give you enough time to find a place and close on that. The other thing is too, if you guys are all on the same page, you can also do an addendum that extends your closing to be able to accommodate the time you need if things are taking too long. Again, check with your realtor on this, make sure that works in your market. I'm just giving you suggestions on what works in ours. All right, suggestion number 3. Now this one gets pretty complicated. You absolutely need to check with your lender to see if their bank even offers a program like this. A lot of them do, but sometimes it comes with additional costs and things that you may not be expecting. What's happened in our market is obviously with sellers wanting to sell their home and buy another one, a lot of times the first 2 options I gave you as far as tips, they don't work. You can't do delayed possession and you don't want to do a contingent sale on your home. So what you can do, and this is the banks that I work with, you can do what's called a recast loan. So the way this works is you would need to still get pre-qualified, pre-approved with your bank to purchase a secondary house. Now, they may do it a couple different ways. What you can do, in my experience, is you can pull a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. You use those funds basically as your down payment to purchase your next property. Now, keep in mind, you're going to be owning 2 properties at one time. And this is why I say this gets complicated. You're going to purchase your next property typically as an investment property. You'll use your HELOC money as your down payment. And what you'll do, now that you own 2 homes, once you close on the secondary property, you're then going to list your first one. Once you list and sell the first one, you can do what's called a recast loan, where now you apply more money down to your secondary house, which is now your primary. You apply more money down to that. And what it does is they can recalculate your loan based on as if you would have purchased it the first time. Where this can open up a little bit of a gray area. You want to make sure you ask these questions to your lender. When they do this recast loan, if you had mortgage insurance, are they going to pull that off? Also, is it going to change your monthly down payment? And is it going to change your interest rate? Because typically if you buy an investment property, your interest rate is usually a little bit higher than if it's your primary residence. So in my experience, people have been able to purchase a secondary home, sell their current one, use the proceeds and apply that to their other mortgage on the other house, lower their rate, lower their monthly mortgage, and now they've been able to have 2 houses go down to 1, and it was a super simple transaction. They didn't have to worry about renting back and dealing with other parties during the transaction. Again, I definitely want to stress this. I can't stress this enough. Check with your local lender, check with your realtors. Make sure you ask as many questions as possible, because this is not something standard, but it can be a very creative way for you to be able to sell your home and purchase another one, and again, not end up homeless. I hope this helps you guys if you're thinking about listing your house in the near future, or if you currently have it on the market and you're not really sure what to do, maybe you can adjust things. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and reach out to me at resourcefulagentrealty.com or on my Instagram and Facebook at resourcefulagent. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.